One of the hardest parts of our job as interior designers is presenting our design concepts to our clients. I still remember the times that my clients have said no to my design vision, and it's not the best feeling for a designer. Getting our design concept approved is always the goal, but it is not always easy to get there. Today, I want to explore with you the foundation of a strong design concept and how merged with the right tools leads to compelling design presentations that result in successful projects. Let's dive right in. I'm building this in Rayon. There is a link in the description to create a free account and follow along while you watch. Without a concept, there is no project that is worth designing. This is a phrase that one of my university teachers used to say a lot, and I believe he's right. The concept is that driving force that leads a project in every way possible. I'm going to use a weird analogy as an example, but think of a dish with no spices, no salt, no pepper. It's basically tasteless. That's exactly what happens when a project is not coming from a strong design concept. But the million-dollar question is, how do you build a concept for a design project? The first thing that you need to know is, who is your client? Today, our client will be a Mexican restaurant that goes by the name of Hueva Food and Beverage. Typically, when we design for hospitality spaces, being restaurants one of them, a big part of our concept as designers will come from the cultural background of the business, being in this example, the Mexican culture. And that can also include the architecture, the cuisine, the colors that are prominent in the Mexican culture, the traditions, and so on and so forth. Oftentimes, especially for restaurant spaces, the inspiration can also come from the food that is served at the restaurant, basically the most popular or traditional dishes, and also the beverages that are served or that will be served for this new business. It's really all about finding that bridge or that connection between the interior that you are designing and the business that you are designing for, so that the space is perfect for its intended purpose. This is where your concept creation begins. The inspiration is essentially that main idea that you always keep coming back to when you are creating and polishing your concept. Is that light moment that you thought of first that will lead to that concept. For this project, which is a restaurant, we are already given the logo and the colors that have been established for the branding of this space. There's a lot of oranges, basically it's all orange for the logo specifically, and the name is hueva, which in Spanish means egg, and you can see the representation of the egg in the logo itself. So you can already see that the concept has been established a little bit when they were creating the graphic design for the brand. We're gonna keep that inspiration, which is the egg, which I suppose is a element that is, prominent in this restaurant. Of course, that when you are creating your own concept, you want to actually know the history, the background, and everything about your client. So if we take the egg as an inspiration, we can agree that it is round, so we can implement those round shapes into the interior of the space, and that could be in many, many ways. So you can choose furniture that has that similar shape, you can use lighting, you can even implement it into the architecture, maybe by using some arches. There's really a million ways, and I think that is one of the exciting and most fun parts of the design process, is finding that connection between your inspiration, your concept, and ultimately the interior that you are designing. Another big part of creating a strong concept is using the correct materials, textures, materiality, and things that you can actually see in the space. And we can get inspiration from the shape of the egg, but also from the color of the egg, which is typically brown, yellow, orange in the interior, and try to find kind of like this connection with these colors that I think are very similar to the colors that are used in Mexican architecture, which are very warm tones, terracotta, probably some tile, ceramic, and things like that. So really, you have to explore the million possibilities to build something that really speaks about the Mexican restaurant. So because creating a concept can get very overwhelming with all these ideas and brainstorming that we have to do, the fastest, quickest, and most useful way to visualize this concept is by creating a mood board. A mood board is a compilation of imagery that we put together to bring our design vision into a more physical thing that we can actually see. And this is actually super helpful when you are trying to explain your design vision to a client. And images do help with that. So we always try to look for imagery that's going to help convey that vision. Now, there are many different types of mood boards. There's the abstract ones, which are intended to explain the vibe, the mood of the space. And sometimes we combine those images with images of actual spaces that also help us to explain the client, the design direction, or the type of architecture that we're planning to implement, the materials, the lighting, more physical things that really talk about the space. I'm always very cautious about sharing a lot of images of other interiors because sometimes clients might think that their new design is going to look exactly like those images, and it's really never the case. We're just trying to get inspiration and try to get an idea through. So in summary, a good mood board will try to mix the abstract imagery with some reference images to explain that concept that you have been creating for all this time. Along this process, there's a process that's also happening in parallel, which is the space planning. So of course that the interior design process consists of many stages. So today we talked about the concept and how to bring that idea into a more physical thing. But the space planning is as important to create a space that is not only beautiful and has a beautiful concept, but is functional for its intended purpose. If you want to try this yourself, there is a link in the description to create a free Rayon account. With the design process, it's always recommended to take your time and use the correct tools that are going to help you streamline that process. Always with the goal of creating a project that feels complete when all the parts are brought together. And remember, in order to have a successful project, you always have to think about the concept first. I will catch you on the next one.